Welcome, everybody, to Owen-Withee Athletics. And tonight's game, Alma Center Lincoln in a non-conference game here at Owen-Withee. See what they can do with the Blackhawks. Hornets and Blackhawks. Tip off in just a few seconds. And we are off. Blackhawks with the ball first. Stinson into Amacher. Puts it up for two and gets it. First points of the game for the Blackhawks. To any of our Alma Center that are tuning in to the stream, I will try and get names as quick as I can. That's Ross with a attempt, miss, after a feed from Escamilla. Weaver hands off to Stinson, across to Clubbin, shooting for three, off the front of the rim. Stinson with the gather, and put back up for two. That's 4-0 Blackhawks. Escamilla dribbles through, passes off, and Holman with the miss, real close. Back Blackhawk way. Out of bounds and Hornet ball. Ross to bring it out. Hands off. Tries to get it to Rokamp. In a trap in the corner. Good job getting out of that. Holman. Rokamp to Ross to Escamilla. Escamilla holding. Changing play. Rokamp to Ross. Rokamp. And Holman dribbles in to the lane. Shoots for two. Misses. Rebound by Weaver. I'm sorry. I'm not even showing you all that. Stinson across to Klobbin. Weaver. Klobbin left side. Cross to Stinson on the right. Back to Klobbin. Into Amacher. Drives in for two. Gets it. 6-0 Blackhawks. Escamilla. Gets around. Holman. Paul. Jace Paul. Ross. Rokamp back to Ross. Holman. In the center, dribbling to the left. Rokamp to Escamilla to Ross. And we got a foul call on the way through. Foul is on Roy Stinson. First foul of the game. We have Keegan Holman at the line shooting two. First shot is good. First points for the Hornets. Stephen Wary checks in for Escamilla. Wary's second shot is good. 6-2 Blackhawk lead now. Stinson into Amacher underneath. Nice move for Amacher. Makes it 8-2. Coleman driving in across the baseline. And we get a block call. Fouls on Cutter Klobbin. His first, team second. Holman at the line. First is good. Perfect at the line so far. And second one's good. 8-4 Blackhawks. All the Hornet points have been on free throws so far. Dangerous pass gets blocked. Stinson shooting for three, gets it. Stinson from the right side gets three, makes it 11-4. for the Blackhawks. Ross over to Rocamp. Lose the ball from a tip from Weaver. Still Hornet ball on the far side here. Into Holman. Holman holding to Rocamp. Back to Holman. Feeds it into Rocamp in the lane. Shoots for two, just off the side. Stinson with the rebound. Weaver passes up to Klobin. Geldernick in the corner. Klobin, Weaver now on left side. Amacher underneath. Fights through and gets the two. 13-4. Amacher surrounded by three guys and still manages to get the basket. And we get a whistle here. Goes Blackhawk ball on the far side. Klobin to Weaver in the middle. Stinson right side. Weaver middle. Tries to get into Geldernick. Gets blocked out. Heads back out to the Blackhawks. Stinson now for three. Just a little short. Klobin with a great rebound. And we get a whistle on the way up. Falls on Jace Paul. Klobin will go to the line to shoot two. First free throw attempts for the Blackhawks. First one's good. Waiting the second shot here. It is off the rim several times and back. And Geldernick with the rebound gets fouled right away. He'll go to the line. Falls on Stephen Wary. Geldernick's basket is good. We're awaiting the +1 here from Geldernick. And that is good. And we got timeout from Alma Center Lincoln. We'll be back with you in just a bit. After the timeout, we have a score 17-4, Blackhawk lead. Hornets take it out. 13:34 officially on the clock. I'll try and catch my clock up in a little while. Poor pass gets grabbed by Ackerman. Geldernick on the baseline, shoots for two off the glass, makes it 19-4. Blackhawks running their trap. Off of Ackerman. Regained by Weaver. Klobin now. Ackerman right side. Weaver from the center shooting for three. Off to the right. Rebound by Wary. Ross bringing it up for the Hornets. Big block there from Wary. Ross scrambling on the backside, trying to find a place to go. Wary. Now Paul into Holman, back to Paul, shooting for three off the front of the rim. Gelderneck almost had that rebound, but Rokamp gets it back. Now back to Jace Paul and Benjamin Ross dribbling in the back. Another strong pick from Wary. Paul pushes it into the lane, deflected by Amacher, over to Rokamp. Ross now with the ball into Holman in the center. Dribbles back to reset. Dribbles to the right side, floats it into Paul. Paul dribbles, loses the ball, gets it back to Rokamp. And Ross over to Holman. Back out to Paul. Across to Rokamp and Wary holding now. Holman shooting for three. Little long. And Gelderneck with the rebound. Klobin heading to the corner. Amacher underneath. Pushes through strong. Misses the layup. Rebound by Holman. Ross bringing it up for the Hornets. Wary. Jace Paul left side. Back to Wary. To Holman. Holman dribbling to the right. Benjamin Ross tries to go up and gets fouled on the way. That is Klobin on the foul, his second foul of the game. We got Benjamin Ross at the line, shooting two. First one bounces around a bunch and out. Gage Hansen checks in for the Blackhawks. And so does Rob Wendler. They'll replace Weaver and Klobin. Ross's second shot coming here. Second shot's good. Makes it 5 for the Hornets. Tip off of Wendler's hands goes to Jace Paul. Going back Hornet way. Dribbling to the left side. Pick from Ross. Pass into Rokamp. Into the lane, pass out to Holman. Holman drives in. Bounces off Wendler, and Amacher with a big block. Goes out of bounds. Hornet ball underneath. Holman to bring it in. Pass into Paul. Gets out to Holman. Shoots jumper for two. Misses. Gelderneck with the rebound going the other way. Ackerman off the glass and just not enough. Eventually rebounded by Holman. Back Hornets way. Been a couple minutes at this score here. 19-5 with just over 10 minutes to go in the first half. Holman at the line. Paul seems to slip on the floor as he goes in. Attempt for three from Ross is a miss. Rebound by Gelderneck. Pass out to Ackerman. Hansen holding. Gelderneck in the middle. Shooting for three. Little long. Rebound by Hansen. Flips it eventually to Amacher. Misses the shot. Goes up again. And basket and a foul. Foul is on Keegan Holman. His first team's third. Both teams with 3 fouls here. Amacher at the line for +1 after the basket. It's a miss. Gelderneck with the rebound. Tries to go up again. Misses that. Hansen eventually tipped it to Rob Wendler with the rebound. Ackerman now right side. Passes it to nobody. Luckily with enough room for the Blackhawks to regain it. Ackerman across to Gelderneck. Fakes the three, goes through the lane, and puts 2 up for Gelderneck. 23-5 now, Blackhawks. Just over 9 minutes to go. Trap in the corner. Ross and Rokamp are stuck. Amacher gets the steal. Ackerman driving in, pass off to Geldenek, tries to go underneath, misses, and we have a foul underneath. Shooting foul against Jace Paul. Geldenek will go to the line to shoot 2. First attempt is off the left side of the rim, miss. 8:51 left in the first half. Geldenek's second shot coming up here. That one's good. Makes it 24-5. And Hornets will bring it up. Blackhawks looking for the trap. Wary. Ross gets across finally. And trap gets to Geldenek, who loses the ball a little bit. Gets back to the Hornets. Ross up the baseline. Avoids the players and makes a nice layup off the glass. 24-7 Hornets, Blackhawks in the lead. Hornets get the 2. Geldenek trying to go across to Ackerman. Gets tipped away by Rokamp, but Ackerman regains it. Hansen to the right side to Geldenek, all the way across to Ackerman. Dribbles left. Over to Wendler in the left corner. Dribbles up the baseline once, floats it into Amacher, puts it up for 2 and makes it. 26-7 Blackhawks. Wary's pass goes right to Ackerman. Dribbles up left side layup and makes it. 28-7. And the Hornets are taking a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back with you in a bit. Back with you after the timeout. 28-7 Blackhawk lead. Hornets bringing it up. Blackhawks again looking for the trap. Hornets avoid it this time, but it goes out of bounds just off Rokamp. Losing control of the ball there. Blackhawks take over. And we are stopping for some floor treatment here. Well, blood, excuse me. We have stoppage for blood here. We're checking everybody for blood. Looks like Jaden Rokamp has some kind of blood on him. We're going to get things cleaned up here. Doesn't seem like very much. We'll be able to get right with you here. We're 28-7 with 7:28 officially on the clock. And we're going to restart. All right, Hansen right side. Stinson inside. Shoots it out to Weaver, shooting for 3 off the right side of the rim. And that's out of bounds. It's going to stay white off of the Hornet. Weaver inbounds to Wendler, brings it back to Weaver, pushes out to Ackerman. Stinson left side. Into Wendler, loses control momentarily, fight for the ball, and we have jump ball called. That's going to go Hornet way. 7:06 left in the first half. And Ross to bring it up. Back to Wary, crosses the line. Steal from Ackerman. Tries to pass into Stinson. We get a foul call. Falls on Stephen Wary. That's his second, team's fifth. Weaver to inbound into Wendler. Stinson. Weaver, right corner, floats it into Wendler, fighting for the ball. We got a foul call. Falls on Noah Dawley. It's his first, team sixth. Bonus light will go on for the Blackhawks here. Inbound to Hansen. Ackerman. Weaver dribbles into the free throw line, shooting a two and makes it 30-7 Blackhawks. Just about 6.5 to go in the first half. Pass goes off of Stinson. Stay Hornet ball right around midcourt. Wary inbounds to Ross. Over to Dawley. And we got a travel call. Ackerman. Stinson from the left corner shooting three, really short. Just barely nicked the bottom of the net there. Wary. Fancy dribbling to get it across. Ross to Wary. Wary holding. Into Holman. Jace Paul. Into Wary, shooting for two, makes it 30-9. Blackhawk lead. Ackerman, Weaver, Hansen from right to left. Back to Weaver and Ackerman right side. Weaver from the free throw line, short on that shot. Jace Paul with the rebound. Paul over to Wary. Pass to Ross is interrupted by Ackerman. Ackerman brings back, tries to shoot it up, eventually passes to Stinson. Tries to make a shot and misses off of a Blackhawk and out of bounds. Amacher, Geldernick, and Klobin check in for the Blackhawks. Ackerman, Wendler, and Hansen will sit down for now. Pressure still on by the Blackhawks. Jace Paul gets across. Wary now. Cross to Paul. Into Dawley. Shoots, misses. And we got a whistle on the shot by Holman. Basket is good. Foul is on Logan Amacher, his first, team's fourth. And Jaden Rollcamp checks back in for Noah Dawley. Awaiting the +1 here from Keegan Coleman. Shot is a miss. Rebound by Weaver. Just about 5 minutes left in the half. 30-11. Blackhawk lead. Geldernick's pass is blocked by Wary. They eventually get it to Jace Paul, who brings it up. Can you hear Coach Weiler giving some loud instructions? Wary, right, dribbling all around. Gets to the baseline, across the front of the rim and out. Klobin with the rebound. Geldernick driving to the baseline, and they call Wary on a block. That's his third, team seventh. Geldernick at the line. Shooting the bonus. Misses that. And Amacher with the putback for 2. And shortly after that basket, Coach Weiler takes a timeout. We will do the same thing. We'll be back with you in a bit. Back with you after the timeout. 32-11, Blackhawk lead. 4:30 on the clock in the first half here. And we're back in it. Hornets bringing it up. Paul to Ross. The pass back to Paul is interrupted by Geldernick. He sends it out of bounds. Still Hornet ball. Pressure still on from the Blackhawks. Rollcamp to bring it into Paul. To Ross. Pressure still on. Paul back to Ross. Crosses the line. Passes blocked by Geldernick. Somehow Paul gets it back. Shoots for 2. Misses off the back of the rim. Paul gets his own rebound. Floats it up for 2 and gets it. 32-13. Now Blackhawk lead. Klobin to Geldernick in the right corner, all the way across to Stinson. Floats it into Amacher, turns around, jumper, makes it. That's 34-13 Blackhawks. Pressure still on from the Blackhawks. Paul over to Ross, across to Rollcamp. Dribbles up baseline, Wary underneath for 2, makes it. 34-15 off the glass. Stinson, left side, dribbles in the arc. Pass off to Weaver, shooting a long 2 and makes it. That's 36-15 Blackhawks. Rollcamp crosses. Tries to get into Weary, goes off of Stinson. Still Hornet ball, he'll take it out underneath. Ackerman checking in for Stinson. Pass into Rollcamp. Ross, Rollcamp, Paul, Holman, Paul, Wary, Rollcamp, Wary, Ross, holding in the middle, cross to Paul left side, tries to drill with the baseline, shot is blocked by Amacher, goes out of bounds, 2:40 left on the first half. 36-15, Blackhawk lead. Holman to inbound. Gets it into Wary. Wary dribbles into the lane, pushes out to Ross. Dribbles once. Is stuck in a trap. Gets it out to Holman. Passes it to Paul on the right side. Dribbles in. Shooting for 2. No shot there. Foul is on Tyler Weaver. That's his first, team's 5th. Hornets to take it out underneath again. Looking for a way in. Pass in, gets blocked by Klobin. Geldernick right side now. Klobin to Ackerman. Floats it into Amacher underneath. Turnaround jumper misses. Rebound by Wary. Hornets going the other way. 2 minutes ago here in the first half. Paul holding in the left corner. The back left corner. Ross on the right side. Gets it to Paul. That was a tip off of Geldernick, so no over and back there. Rokamp to Ross, into Wary, gets tipped by Wary and goes to Geldernick. Turnover to the Blackhawks. Klobin to Weaver. Ackerman right side, Geldernick right corner. Cross to Klobin, shooting for three, off the front of the rim. Ross with the rebound, pass off to Paul. Paul bringing it back for the Hornets. Wary, Ross left side, nice pass in to Rokamp. And a block from the backside by Ackerman. He takes it all the way for two. 38-15 now for the Blackhawks. Ross tries to go across. Blocked by Amacher. Back to Paul, though. Holman. Ross dribbling in. Misses a short jumper off the front of the rim. Going the other way. Ackerman pass to Weaver by Logo. Klobin nearly loses it thanks to Wary. But gets it to Geldernick. Shooting for three, misses. Hornets recover. Paul would bring it up. I'm not exactly sure what all happened there. It went through Ackerman's hands. I think it went off of somebody's head. Pretty passing from the Blackhawks, but no basket yet after two shots from Amacher. And that is the half. Interesting end to the first half here, but it's 38-15. Blackhawk lead at halftime. Blackhawks in secure control here as we head to halftime. We'll be back with you for the second half. All right, second half coming up quick here. We're at 38-15. Blackhawks in the lead. Blackhawks have 4 timeouts remaining, and the Hornets have 3 remaining. And Owen-Withee's going to get the ball to start the half here. And we are off. Weaver to Klobin. Klobin holding. Geldenek right corner. Digs it into Amacher. And we got a travel call. And I have no time on the clock, so I can't start a clock. I'll catch up. No problem. Hornets on the way in. Pressure still on from the Blackhawks. Rollcamp all the way around the traps. Paul. Ross. Escamilla, excuse me. Ross to Holman. Escamilla looking for a shot there. Goes out of bounds. I should be able to catch my clock a little bit up. Klobin. Weaver. Stinson across to Klobin near the center. Brings back Stinson left side. Geldenek near the corner. Long 2. Misses. Klobin rebounds to Amacher. Rolls across the front of the rim. Stinson with the putback. Body's on the ground. Stinson goes up. And we got a foul call. Foul's called on Keegan Holman. That's his second. Team's first this half. Stinson at the line shooting 2. Misses off the front side of the rim. Stins again with his long pre-free throw routine. Off the back of the rim, and Jace Paul with the rebound for the Hornets. Paul dribbles to the left side. Amacher blocks the pass, gets out to Escamilla. Stinson gains the ball, goes back the other way. Weaver back to Stinson. Geldenek near the right corner. Out to Klobin. Back to Geldenek. Dribbles up the baseline off the side of the glass. And Ross with the rebound. Paul brings it up. Oop, excuse me. Paul still working. Escamilla. To Ross. To Holman. Brings it back up the far side. Ross in the middle. Rollcamp. Into Holman, but Amacher blocks it away. Weaver recovers. Klobin goes up the baseline, shoots for 2 and makes it. First points of the half go to the Blackhawks. Now 40-15. Rollcamp. Dribbles around the trap. Holman tries to go off the glass, misses. Klobin driving up the far side. Weaver to Stinson, dribbles once, long 2, makes it. And we have timeout call. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back with you in a bit. Back with you after the timeout. 42-15. Blackhawk lead. Hornets take it out. Ross goes up the far side. Tries to float it into Wary. Amaker gets it, throws it up. We got a jump ball before any shot happens. That's going to go Hornet way. Paul and Ross going back and forth. Finally get it across the roll camp. And we got a block. Foul's called on Caleb Geldernick. His first, team's first. Hornets take it out underneath. Paul into inbound. Gets it into Wary. Wary dribbles back out. Roll camp. Paul tries to get it in to Isaiah Burnt. Blackhawks regain control. Klobin now shooting for three off the right side of the rim. Amaker does get the ball back. Stinson from the corner of the lane gets the two. 44-15. Ross, Paul, back to Ross. Looking for a place to go. They're going to run on time unless they move. Ross gets across in time. Ball goes off of Ross and out of bounds. Blackhawk ball, 14-14 officially. Stinson shooting for three off the front of the rim. Amaker rebounds, puts it up for two and makes it. 46-15, 31-point lead for the Hawks. Stinson with some error. I'm not sure what that was. Rokamp stolen by Geldernick. Blackhawks rush the other way. Klobin floating into Amaker. Paul interrupts it and regains the ball. Going back Hornet way. Wary. Burnt to Paul. Dribbles in. Up off the glass for two. 46-17. Stinson on the near side. Out to Weaver. Dribbles to the lane. Klobin. Out to Geldernick. Stinson at the corner. Amaker underneath. Turnaround. Jumper. Two is good. 48-17. 13 minutes remaining in the game. Back to a 31-point lead for the Hawks. Ross. Amaker nearly takes that. Rokamp. No. Paul across to Wary to Ross. Back to Wary. Burnt. Kick off of Amaker. And we got some subs. Ackerman and Hansen and Wendler check in for the Hawks. Replacing Weaver, Amaker, and Stinson. Paul inbounds to Ross. Back to Paul. Cross to Wary. Dribbles toward the baseline. Shooting a jumper for two. Misses. Burnt with the rebound. Tries to get it to Wary, but Hansen interrupts the pass. Hansen. Klobin in the corner. Tries to go up the baseline. And that is last off of the Hornets. Blackhawk ball underneath. 12-15 officially in the game left. Inbound to Geldernick. Dribbles in off the glass for two. That's good. 50-17. 33-point lead for the Hawks. Reminder, Mercy Rule is at 40-point lead with 9 minutes or less to go in the game. Long pass from Geldernick to Hansen. Pushes out to Wendler. Shooting for three. Big arc off the front of the rim. And Ross recovers. Paul brings it up. Ball gets into roll camp. Surrounded by Hawks, and we get a foul call on the shot. Rollcamp will go to the line. Fouls on Rob Wendler. His first, team second. Again, Rollcamp at the line, shooting 2. First one is up and good. Vince Henke checks in for Carter Cloven. Rollcamp's second shot to come. Up and a miss off the back of the rim. Gets his own rebound, and we got jump ball call. That's going to go Blackhawk way. Noah Dawley checks in for Rollcamp. Ackerman inbounds to Hansen and back to Ackerman, who brings it up. Pass to Geldernick. Henke shooting for 3 in the left corner off the front side of the rim. Paul bringing it up for the Hornets now. Wary. Bounce pass into Burnt. Gets it back out to Wary. Little ball control issue there. Gets it back to Paul. Pushes out to Dawley. Drives the baseline. Gets the ball blocked out of his hands. Blackhawk ball. Henke. Oh, trying to throw it in to Geldernick. Probably should have taken it himself. Instead, we got Geldernick on a foul. His second, team's third. And a Hornet ball underneath. 32-point game, 50-18. Pressure still on from the Blackhawks. And Ackerman gets called for a block. That's his first, team's fourth. Ross to inbound. Floats it into Paul. Pressure backs away. Nice pick from Wary. Dawley dribbles in, takes the jumper, air balls. Wendler recovers the ball. Hansen pushing up the far side. Pass out to Geldernick in the corner. Ackerman shooting for 3 is good. 35-point lead now for the Hawks. And the Hornets had, looks like Benjamin Ross had a foot inbounds when he tried to inbound. He gets called for the foul. It'll be Blackhawk ball underneath. Floats it into Geldernick. Takes a jumper, is good. 55-18, Blackhawk lead. Ross, right side, dribbles to the baseline, stuck by Geldernick. Pass to Paul, goes right through his hands. Blackhawks recover. Hansen with a neat little shot there, gives him a 39-point lead, 57-18. Mercy rule in effect in 20 seconds if they can get there. Nice floater from Wary. 57-20. Hansen drives in off the front of the rim. And Ross with the rebound. Jace Paul brings it up for the Hornets. Over to Ben Ross for 2. 57-22, and we got timeout from the Blackhawks. We'll take a timeout as well. Be back with you in a bit. Back with you after the timeout. 57-22 Blackhawk lead. 8:50 left to go in the game. Blackhawks inbound. Ackerman brings it up. Pass it into Weaver. Ackerman in the corner. Dribbles up the baseline once. Misses the shot. Henke takes a shot and rolls across the front of the rim. This is the third time that a ball has rolled across that rim tonight. Once for the Hornets, twice now for the Blackhawks. Bounce pass into Wary. Takes a jumper off the rim. Paul with the rebound. Ross. Dolly. Looking for a place to go. Ross. To Wary. To Ross. Wary again. Paul right side. Dribbles into the arc. We got a shot on the, or a foul on the ground. Elliot Ackerman on the foul. His first, team's fourth. I thought that was, oh, there we go, second. I was wondering what that was showing there. Team's fifth. Paul with a nice jumper for two. 57-24. Hansen across to Weaver. Wendler across to Stinson. Good hustle by Holman to knock that away. Blackhawk ball. Stinson left side. Hansen near the logo. Weaver right side. Wendler right corner. Dribbles out the baseline. Tries to get into Stinson. Eventually does get it. Again, a pass in the same area blocked by the Hornets. They're gunning for the ball now. Hansen. Stinson left side. Hansen right side now. Wendler near the corner. Dribbles into the corner more. Hansen floats it into Amacher. Puts it up for two. Gets it. 59-24. Ross on the left side. Back out to Dolly. Holman. Paul right side shooting for three and gets it. 59-27. Hansen's bounce pass into Amacher gets interrupted by the Hornets and going back the other way. Paul dribbling to the right side into Dolly in the corner. Bounce pass goes awry right to Wendler. Passes off to Hansen. Stinson. Hansen right side. Stinson shooting for three. Little long. Weaver with the rebound. Passes out to Hansen. Shooting for three. Little to the left. Amacher with the rebound. Tries to drive in. And no call there. Goes off of the Hornets and out of bounds. Rokamp checks in for the Hornets, and Klobin check in for the Blackhawks. Klobin in the left corner, shooting for two, misses. Rebound by Wary. Paul brings it up for the Hornets. Toward the right side. Gets it into Wary at the edge of the lane. Pass back out to Paul. Shooting for three. It's good. 59-30, and we got a timeout call. Hornets take a timeout. We'll be back with you in a bit. After the timeout here, 59-30. Hornets have cut into this lead. Now down to 29. They were up to a 39-point lead. With just under 5:30 to go in the game. Blackhawks coming in. We got pressure now by the Hornets. Amacher pushes back out to Klobin. Drives in the lane. Puts a jumper from the line. Misses. And Jace Paul with the rebound. Rokamp to Holman. Tries a shot. Gets blocked. Amacher with the rebound. Weaver pushes up to Klobin. Weaver drives him out to Stinson. Holman with the block of the pass goes out of bounds. 4:51 left in the game. Stinson dribbles once, puts it up for two, and makes it. 61-30 Blackhawks. Rokamp. Right side, Paul. Dribbles in the middle and to the left side. Holman dribbles to the lane. And we get a charge call. Keegan Holman called for a charge. And Geldernick checks in for Rob Wendler. I'm going to do some cleanup in the lane. .427 left in the game. 61-30 is our score. Blackhawks have been in the lead heartily for the majority of the game here. And we're off again. Pass from the Blackhawks go awry. Rokamp on the right side now. Looking for a place to go. Holman. And Stinson kind of wrings it out of his hands and goes out of bounds. Still Hornet ball. Holman inbounds to Paul. Paul tries to get into Holman. And Caleb Geldernick called for a foul. That's his third, team sixth. Bonus light will be on for the Hornets. After this inbound. Never touched. It's going to be white ball. 4:04 officially on the clock. Pressure's on for the Hornets, trying to get the ball back. Klobin to Geldernick in the left corner. Takes a dribble looking from the baseline. Pass out to Weaver from the free throw line. Takes the jumper and makes it. 63-30. Jace Paul brings it up for the Hornets. Rokamp right side. Holman near the center. Dribbles out to the right. To Rokamp. Dribbles out the baseline. Off the glass. Misses. Geldernick with the rebound. Weaver sends it up quick to Stinson. Weaver to Klobin right side. Pass to Geldernick. Goes out of bounds off of Wary. And we got some subs for the Hornets. Isaiah Burnt checks back in, and Zachary Dawley checks in for the first time tonight. And somebody else came in that I didn't quite catch. Noah Dawley checked in as well for the Hornets. There we go. Weaver, left side, floats it into Amacher, loses the ball. Recovered by Noah Dawley. Rokamp takes a jumper from the right baseline. Rebound by Geldernick. Klobin, Geldernick, Stinson, left side. Dribbles once. Pushes out to Weaver. Shooting for three. Gets it. 66-30. Blackhawks still in control. 2:26 left to go in the game. Paul with a nice little hook shot. That bounces high and back in. 66-32. Stop the clock for subs. And we get a full line change from the Blackhawks. That is Alex Gutowski for three for the Blackhawks. Zach Dolly misses a two-pointer there off the glass. Hattlestead, Nelson, back to Hattlestead. Gutowski near the logo. Cross to Weaver right side, or Wendler right side, excuse me. Gutowski shooting for three. In and out. Rebound by Westenberg to Luke Fisher. Noah Dolly. Back to Fisher. Fisher driving to the baseline. Misses his shot. Henke with the rebound. Gutowski shoots away up to Hattlestead. Back to Gutowski. Nelson shooting for two. That's good. 39-point lead. Fisher driving in. Pushes it back out to Noah Dolly. Pushes out to Fisher, shooting for three off the front of the rim. Isaiah Burnt misses the putback. Nelson with the rebound. Gutowski. Nelson over to Henke, shooting for three off the front side of the rim. Luke Fisher with the rebound. Loses the ball on the way. Nelson puts it up to Henke. Holds up. Gutowski in this middle. 12 seconds remaining. Hattlestead holding. Now Gutowski is just going to hold it. And we are going to end the game behind the timeline. Final score tonight, 71-32. Blackhawk win. The Blackhawk boys are next in action over the winter break as they head to Stratford for a holiday tournament. The girls were over in Gilman tonight for a conference game. And that hopefully is a very decent game. I haven't seen any score updates here, but teams are both evenly matched there. We'll see how that ends up. So check your scoreboards and social media for any update on that. Checking out the next game for the girls. I believe they have rescheduled one over break with the couple delays we had. They're going to go to Columbus Catholic on Tuesday, December 28th. That was a reschedule from December 10th. So both teams will be busy over break. The Stratford tournament will be the 29th, 30th for the boys. And again, the girls in action on the 28th conference game in Columbus, or in Marshfield. With that, we say good night to you. Again, final score 71-32, Blackhawk win. Go Blackhawks.